Along with Dave Bontempo, I'm Bob Papa. Now you can join us for more amateur boxing from Pesaro, Italy. And we get set for this bout, 178 pounds. Jeremy Williams of the United States out of Detroit, Michigan, squaring off against Tommaso Russo. Now, 3 days ago in the bouts in Naples, Williams won on a disqualification over Robert Castelli. And Castelli beat John Ruiz in this competition. And just a couple days ago, Russo of Italy beat the United States' Chris Bird. And Williams being cautioned right now, the 19-year-old out of Dodge, Iowa.
And he's looking to put his right hand behind the jab, starting out getting some good space with the jab and looking to load up with the right hand, but he took one there.
And the referee has the fighters separated again. Weather very comfortable here in Pesaro, just as it was in Naples.
And we don't see as fast a pace here. Sort of deliberate now. Williams trying to study, create an opening, feinting a little bit with the left hand. Trying to get his rhythm perfectly to sit down on his punches.
Oh, big right hand by Williams there, and he follows it up again.
And now he's digging into the body and trying for an early knockout here.
And now a cautioning for Williams. And they hit before the referee says, box.
Nothing like ruining the rhythm of a bout more than over-officiating.
All righty. And we resume. So Jeremy Williams trying to make it 2 for 2 in Italy. What's that like coming back on 3 days rest? And I mean in boxing, not baseball.
Well, it's tough on the body, but this being amateur boxing and the headgear and everything like that, the fighters do take less of a pounding. And they'll have hundreds of bouts and several international bouts before the Olympics.
Well, Tommaso Russo answered back there. Some heavy blows being thrown here in this first round.
And Williams not just headhunting, he goes to the body and really starting to open it up now. His confidence coming on.
Tell you, Williams has had a very extensive amateur career.
He won the U.S. championships last year to conclude a very strong run, going for 4 years. Junior Olympic titles as well.
Good left by Russo. And the Italian crowd here in Pesaro roars. And another left. And Williams backed in his own corner, trying to fight his way out. And Russo just missed with the right.
Another nice street brawl here.
We had it in Naples and now here in Pesaro. Fans trying to cheer on Russo. Tommaso Russo, and round 1 is in the books. Dave Bontempo, I'm Bob Papa. We welcome you back to Pesaro, Italy. And we begin round number 2. Jeremy Williams of the United States against Tommaso Russo. You know, Pesaro, Italy is the home of Rossini, the man who wrote the Williams.Italy overture.
You find out so much on these international trips.
Well,
I think what you do, you just go to all the libraries and archives in town before we come over here.
Well, producer Frank Belmont is the #1 sightseer I know. Very good round number 1. Both fighters landed some big punches, Dave, and it was very evenly scored.
Good start for Williams, and Russo found his rhythm at the end with the left hooks that got in there, and the crowd got behind him, and he really fought with a lot of adrenaline at the end. Williams trying to subdue him early here in the second round.
Williams hitting the back of the head of Russo, and that draws a caution. Interesting thing about the United States team on this trip here to Italy, both of their sets of bouts have taken place outdoors.
And it's you can see that they get used to this kind of element. And perfect conditions. You're certainly not guaranteed that in the Olympics. Often an indoor fight.
Wow, the referee almost ate that right hand from Russo. Of the night in Naples, the final tally, we showed you a portion of the bouts. The final tally was 5 for the United States and 5 wins for Italy, with Marquez and Oscar De La Hoya being among the United States winners.
And a couple of teams that are evenly matched, and you see philosophical similarities in the way they fight. A lot of pro styles in both teams, and a lot of fighters with about the same experience. Where I say the Cuban fighters against the American fighters, the Cubans have had years and years of experience and usually dominate the bouts.
More warnings. Williams trying to say, hey, it was the other guy.
And you will coax the involvement of a referee more in a fight like this, where both fighters are slugging it out, grabbing behind the head, lunging forward, and perhaps at times leading with their heads.
Well, we know one thing for sure. There's a little less than a minute to go in this second round. Tommaso Russo being cautioned again. You know, it was interesting when we were in Naples, the referees basically said play on, to use a soccer term. But here in Pesaro, lots of warnings.
And an over-officiated bout is what you've got. If you want to stick by the rules, there are enough of them there, the technicalities, where you can slow a bout down and at times make it resemble fencing.
Good exchange there, and Russo loses his headpiece, and that's the problem with the Velcro.
And I think, getting back to the officials, the fact that some referees let it go and others are very technical is indicative of the changing thought patterns that is gradually coming across amateur boxing about letting fighters go more.
See, the United States fighters use the traditional cord to tie the helmet and keep it in place, but a lot of the European and other teams around the world are using the helmets with the Velcro straps, and when the Velcro gets wet, the helmets come loose. And we finally resume action here in this round. And there goes the helmet again.
Is there a 3 Velcro rule in this?
It's not in effect. And this first round approaching the 10-minute mark. Second round approaching the 10-minute mark. The first one we move through. And they come out rejuvenated. Russo and Williams toe-to-toe. And that's the end of round number 2. And there is the bell, and Williams goes back to his corner. We'll be back after we adjust our head straps after this on Sports Channel America. Papa along with Dave Bontempo. Some technical problems. We were not able to show you the third round. We showed you the first 2, and let's find out who the winner is. Jeremy Williams is the winner, and he raised his hand before the announcement was made.
He had a very strong fight and a little bit of a shuffle in there, some celebration.
So Jeremy Williams goes 2 for